What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Vehicles We Find over at Rick for Dirt. And one of them belongs to my friend here, John Kurzet. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, bud? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. He's been coming to Rick for Dirt for how many years now? Like since it started?
I missed the first one, but I've been coming ever since the second one. It was back in, way pre-COVID. I think it was like, what, 2018? I manage a IT operations center. Actually for the city of Laguna Hills over here.
That's what funds this.
I make my money so I can dump it into this. Yeah, exactly.
Don't we all?
Jeep is a 2018 JL. We go into buying a Jeep thinking, oh, we're only going to need...
Like we're good. Rubicon, check.
2-inch, the factory 2-inch lift, that's all I'm going to need. I think the first thing I installed on it was the rock slides.
Okay, let's start talking about the parts.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I got these rock slide engineering rock slides, which I didn't necessarily need to have, I don't think, but because my wife is vertically challenged, she's only 5'1", definitely needed that. Eventually I found myself with these KMC tanks with 37-inch Nitto ridge grapplers, which work great. I've gone through, I think, 3 different suspension kits, thinking, oh, this is going to be high enough, oh, this is going to be high enough. Well, now I have the King coilover set from Rebel Off-Road, the Recon kit, which is night and day, much more luxurious than any of the other kits that I had purchased previously. It also comes with the TerraFlex long arm kit. So I went the JE reels. For the front bumper, I bought the Poison Spider. It was one of the first mods I did, aside from the suspension work. Attached to that, we have a set of KC Aero 4s, and then inside the bumper, we have mounted the G34 Gravity fog lights. And then I kind of went low budget on the winch, hoping I never needed to use it, but with the Smittybilt, I have never needed to use it yet, so I think that was probably a good $400 well spent. And then also went with the Factor 55 Fairlead and flat link, that's it. So as far as the fenders go, I do use the American Adventure Labs covers on the inside that have been customized by Rebel Off-Road to kind of fit all the suspension parts. And I have their high-rise fender kit, which is basically you just gut the fender and then you replace the turn signal indicators with their LED setup. We have the these what are they called, trail racks for roto packs. I keep gas on this side, and then I have another on the other side that I have kind of a Pelican case with all my air up, air down tools. You know, the hose and come-alongs and winches and straps and stuff. I have a Reno rack, roof rack that I typically carry my iCamper on. And then around the back, working from the bottom up, I have the Rebel Off-Road bumper. It's called the Sierra Series. KC fog lights mounted in the nose, and the TerraFlex HD tire carrier. I have the Hydro Tank pump system from Joe. It's irreplaceable when you're out camping and doing dishes, putting out fires, and everything in between. It's totally handy. Then up front, I have an S-Pod, one of the S-Pods. There's 2 S-Pods in it. This one controls basically all the off-road lighting and stuff like that. This guy controls the chase light, Genesis off-road dual battery system, and this is their little G screen for that. And then I got my iPad and a couple of different, I have a ham radio as well as a GMRS. And this is kind of like my little pride and joy. So going from the bottom up, I have a pure sine wave 800 watt inverter, and then all the various circuit breakers and cutoff switches. I have a DC to DC charger, as well as solar charger. So I have a connection under the hood where I can plug in solar panels, and then while I'm not using solar panels, I use that DC to DC charger, so when I'm going from camp spot to camp spot, tops off the batteries. I have two 54 amp hour lithium batteries kind of underneath all this equipment here. Those will last me about 3 days without any charge whatsoever. And then this deck here is from Goose Gear. I love this thing because unlike other systems, there are access points where you can get in. There's tons of usable space under these things. Here there's a 12-gallon water tank from Front Runner. That's it. That goes all the way across the entire back seat. On any given camping trip, like 3 or 4 day, I only use about half of this water. Thanks to the hydro tank setup, it's basically a high pressure, low volume kind of water pump. So you get the pressure and you can wash and do all sorts of stuff, but it uses a very minimal amount of water. So it really ends up being super efficient. All right, and into the back, have the Outback Adventure table, which is awesome for just building sandwiches on the trail where you don't have to tear your whole Jeep apart just to get at things. But when I'm camping, this is kind of the heart and soul of the Jeep itself. Dometic 75 dual zone, along with the American Adventure Labs slider and table. So there you go. So I keep, a lot of my kitchen stuff. Obviously, I got my spices, all my utensils and whatnot for cooking, and this drawer is pots and pans. This drawer I kind of use as a pantry for dry goods, whatever, and then everything up here is just like flashlights and gloves and camp stuff that you need. Up here I have the American Adventure Labs shelf, which again I had to do a little bit of customization for because typically they don't mount that high. So did a little drill work on that, and then attached to it I have a 15-pound power tank that will last weeks out on the trail. And obviously everybody needs their shop towel thing. And back here I have an S-Pod that is connected to the lithium batteries, and this is basically where I can control all my camping lights, and I have a line that I run up to my rooftop tent that I can power, charge phones or have lights or whatever. And then as far as forward-facing lights, I have the Flex Aero 4s, which are absolutely amazing lights. They're ridiculously bright. Honestly, I don't even know if I need a Pro 6 anymore, but these are the flood pattern that I use for ditch lights, and then the iconic Pro Gravity 6 light bar from KC is amazing. I also have the KC mounts for the Pro 6, which are great because they also facilitate the mounting for the Aero 4s, as well as I screw my antennas for my GMRS radio.
Hey dude, thank you so much for that great walk around. Really, it's impressive how much you've done to this thing. And does it really do everything you want it to do? Are there any regrets?
No, I think my only regret was going through 3 different suspension modifications before I ended up with this one. The only thing I can think of is try to analyze where and what you're going to be doing, and based on the comfort level that you expect to have on the trail, go from there.
But as it stands right now, you're stoked. Is this kind of where you wanted it to be?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The only thing I wish I had, like we were talking about earlier, is better brakes.
Better brakes, okay.
And that's like literally the last
That might be
thing.
next on the list.
It's the only thing left on the list. My handle is JLUR SoCal. So there's a little bit of fishing, but most of it's overlanding, camping, and shenanigans. So.
Right on. You guys can find John over here at Rick for Dirt, first Saturdays of every month here in Laguna Hills at Coffee Dose Coffee Shop off of Mill Creek Road. So we hope to see you, and dude, thanks again, man.
Come on out.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Ollie.
See ya.
Take it easy, buddy.